Hello, folks. I am back with another firearms impression. And what you see here is this is going to be a firearms impression as opposed to a review because I have not had the chance to shoot this at the range yet. What you're looking at is the Sig Sauer MPX Copperhead. And I was shocked to see this at my dealer today because this was recently at SHOT Show, and I didn't think this would be available yet. So I managed to scoop this up, and he gave me the last one that was in the box because a lot of people have been buying these up. It is the smaller version of the Rattler, if anybody knows what that is. The Rattler is the 9 millimeter carbine like AR-15 version, and they come in different lengths. Let me give you some specs on this particular firearm. It's going to be gas operated, piston design, 9 millimeter caliber. Overall length is going to be 14.5 inches. Overall width is going to be 2.4 inches. Height is going to be 8 inches, and the barrel length is going to be 3.5. One thing interesting about this barrel already has the muzzle made into the barrel. The flash hider rather is made into the barrel. I'll give you some more information about that momentarily. Uh, Other information on this: it has a 1 in 10 twist rate, which is right hand, if anybody's interested in that. And it comes with a 20 round magazine. And this is unloaded, folks, so I didn't want to waste a lot of your time on that, but it is unloaded. I do my videos with unloaded firearms. Uh, the barrel is made of the barrel is actually made of carbon steel. It is a with the trigger here. The trigger is a single stage polished hard coat trigger that's enables for the stop corrosion, and it also enables for a constant trigger pull. So it's more like I guess would say a mil spec design, but it's hard coated even though it has been polished. Also, it comes with an Allen wrench. The Allen wrench is for when you want to put something. Well, I'm trying to get on the right angle. When you want to put, let's say, QD sling attachments, they do have an area where you can put those QD attachments on there for your various slings that are out there. And also, it has a brace. Now, this brace is a little bit different from other braces. It's a pivoting type brace. Now, a lot of people, when they use these type of braces, whether they're going to use it on the cheek or on the shoulder, they don't like the brace to kind of like swivel. But when the brace is deployed and you just give one good pull, when the brace is deployed and when you have your arm or whatever part that you want to use to put your arm in, sorry about the camera angle, but whenever you want to put your arm in, a lot of times people, when they use the braces, they have to kind of like turn the brace, like turn the firearm gangster style to basically try to get a good to get the sight on target for them. So the brace is pivots, so you'll be able to swing that around with a little more flexibility. And as you see, the brace is closed now. I've had to pause the camera a little bit. It's a little stiff. But like I said about the pivoting brace here, and to lock this back up into place, all you do is you hit the button over here at the end here, it'll collapse. So this is a really nice feature that they thought of on the brace here. Okay, there are a lot of other features on this firearm. Uh, a lot of the features on here are, believe it or not, that like I said, this is set up more like a AR-15 style. As you see, you have your selector switch for safe and fire, and over here, if you're familiar with AR-15, this is your bolt release right over here, and this is actually a magazine release. Now, these controls that I just mentioned are ambidextrous, so that's why this looks a little funny if you don't recognize this from your traditional AR-15s. I'll flip it over so you'll see what I'm talking about. Uh, Here is the, as you see, the uh, whether for safe and fire position. This is your traditional where your magazine release is, because most people use the um, forefinger or the pointing finger whenever they want to drop a magazine on your traditional AR-15s. And this is your ambidextrous bolt release. You just press this. You could use that with the finger to make the bolt fire, uh, the bolt rather, to go forward to either chamber around, or you can do it in by racking it. But those ambidextrous controls are really interesting. Uh, I've never seen that on AR-15s unless there is some kind of kit that they usually put with this. Uh, and let me show you the charging handle. The charging handle is also ambidextrous. I'm gonna try to show it to you this way. It's ambidextrous at the top right here, and I'm gonna try to get a better angle on this for you. And that's your. It's a true ambidextrous charging handle. Unlike some of them where, well, your standard mil spec charging handles usually have it on the left side for righties. This will give you a good purchase if you want to pull and charge the firearm itself. Another feature is it has a what they call a front muzzle stop or hand stop to prevent your hand from going in front of the muzzle. You've seen these on probably most likely on CZ Scorpions and so forth, and it's it's good enough, but long as you don't not using your support hand like you're shooting a regular pistol, long as you're not holding it like this, it's not going to be good if you do that, because you still might get some powder burn or whatnot. So I usually, if I were to use this like I do on my CZ, I pretty much use it in this fashion where my thumb is over here, and then that's the stop is right here. So that way, there's no danger of causing any type of injury to my hand or whatnot. Now, this is a short stroke gas piston system. It's basically a system that allows you to use various different types of ammo. Uh, you don't have to have any type of gas adjustments or anything like that. So it's a short piston stroke here. So when you can use various different rounds, whether you can use 115 grain, 124 grain, 147 grain, 9 millimeter ammo without any issues that you could have with that. A lot of times with certain firearms, particularly in this platform, you have to change your gas setting or change it where it will accept different rounds. This is true of all like AR-15s, even with 223 and 5.56, especially when you're running it suppressed. So you're not going to have an issue out of that. You don't have to make any adjustments. It's the way it is. The short stroke. It's just standard the way it is. What I also neglected to tell you, there is a Picatinny rail in the back. This if you look right in the back here, this allows you to attach other type of stocks or anything like that. And usually, Sig has a line called the MPXK line, and most of their stocks are compatible with this. Matter of fact, they are compatible with this. So I guess when you break this down and you take this brace off, you can put various different uh, stocks for the back of this. Not only it's compatible with different the K design or the MCX line where you can change the stock. What is also compatible with this particular firearm is where this barrel right here. Now, most of you are probably looking at this barrel and said, "Oh well, what can I do with it?" You can actually change these barrels out. It's very easy to take apart. You just take you. First of all, you have to buy a K barrel or from Sig or what from Sig at their website or whatnot, and you can get a regular size barrel. What I mean regular size, a different size barrel that has a different muzzle device on the front, which will enable you to, let's say, put a suppressor on it or whatnot. So you're not really stuck with this. You would have it comes stock with this barrel, but you can also get different types of barrels through Sig that is compatible with this and just swap out the barrels. It interchanges very quickly. I saw that in another video. I'm not adept at doing that yet. I just have to read the manual and learn about it a little further. But you can swap these barrels out so you won't just be stuck with this 3.5-inch barrel here. So that was probably a concern with most people who were looking into this firearm. Now, most of you are looking at this and you notice that this color is like that. They're bronze or peanut butter colorish design. This is intentionally made because they call it their monolithic upper. And the reason why it's designed like this, it's designed so if you're carrying this in a concealed carry mode, and you want to draw this out real quickly in a situation, this is actually made with no edges. It's all smoothed out, so you can just draw quickly and without any snagging. And that's what the intent was for this particular material. This material is made to be smooth and easy on the draw and no snagging. Another thing I want to mention is there's probably going to be a lot of aftermarket support with this particular firearm because of for instance, the CZ Scorpion has a boatload of accessories that you can put on and change out certain things. And let me just bring something to your attention while I'm mentioning CZ. A lot of people have complained about the safety lever on the CZ, where your finger used to get irritated. Now, looking at this particular safety here, it's a little close right here, and it is smaller than this safety here. My understanding in the future, and also there's a magazine that makes a conversion kit that makes this just push button. I don't know the name of the company, but I was told by my dealer that there is a company that does it. Um, Now I'm trying to get my hand right there. I don't think it's going to be an issue with my knuckle as I pull the trigger. Uh, Under live fire, I would be able to tell you a little better, and especially with this one being a little larger for you lefties out there, I don't know how that would affect you. But I'm pretty sure that they either Sig or whatever aftermarket company will make a safety selector that will not irritate your finger or whatnot. So that's just a wait and see moment. Uh, the only negative that I have with this, and this is probably not just with Sig in general, but with other companies, a lot of companies only give out one magazine, and this magazine here is is just a 20 round magazine. Let me see if I can get it out with one hand. It's a 20 round magazine, and it's a shame they don't come with two magazines. But I'm going to probably contact Sig and get two more of these magazines. They look very well reinforced here with the at this particular area. Now, this is like a plastic or polymer on the outside, but if you but you can see right through it. There's metal backing. So with the earlier, I believe the CZ Scorpion magazines, they were all polymer, but some people reported cracking, some people didn't. And then there was another company called Manicore Arms that produced magazines that were reinforced. Well, it looked like Sig took care of that in the very beginning, so you won't have to worry about that issue. I believe this loads like an AR-15, where you just put that in from the top as opposed to sliding it in like regular 9mm firearms. And hopefully, like I said, there are other companies that mainly will sell these magazines cheaper, because my understanding is that these magazines are quite expensive. So we'll see, and I'll find out from Sig at that at a later date. I will probably be taking this firearm to shoot this probably in the next couple days. This red dot here, that I bought this separate. This is a Sig Romeo 5, and so far with me having it on and just to check it out, it's a very good dot sight. It reminds me of their other the Romeo 1, where you could set it where you could just basically leave it on and it'll cut off at a certain point to save energy. You can program it to do a couple different things. Uh, and then you, like I did just earlier, I just put it where I could cut it off and cut it on. But however, you leave it idle too long, it will shut itself off. And then when you pick it up, the red dot will come back and resume and hold zero, uh, just like my Romeo 1 does. And of course, at the top, you see for elevation, for the intensity right there with the plus and minus. But yes, you have your uh, normal spots for windage and elevation. That's with these caps right here. You take them off, use those little slits there like screwdrivers, and then you can put the cap on just to protect your zeroing. I'm looking forward to shooting this firearm. This is going to be mostly compared with, I would say, the CZ Scorpion, and especially that now they got a little bit of a jump on CZ. They do have a little bit of a jump on CZ because CZ is coming out, I believe, in June with the CZ Scorpion Mini, and it's roughly I believe it is roughly the same size as the Copperhead. It's either the same size, and I think the other difference is it's going to be suppressor ready. All you would have to do is take a certain part out and then just slide that in. And this is why there's this large gap in between here. I have to read the instructions again. I'm just giving you a brief overview. But when you take this barrel out and you install uh, the suppressor and the other barrel that you're going to use to replace this, the one of the K type barrels. This should be a very good suppressor hose for those people who are into suppressors, and I'm looking to see in the future how people set up their copperheads with various different suppressors. Well, that's it for now. I'm looking forward to shooting it, and I will give you a shooting review in a couple days. And I would just like to say, happy shooting, folks. Hashtag 2A.